mindset so far? Aiden?
It's not giving up and believing in yourself.
It is a lot of believing in yourself, not giving up. Does that mean it's easy?
No.
No. There are going to be times it is super, super hard, and that is the hardest time to not give up. It's easy to not give up when it's easy. Right? If math was only 2 plus 2 all day long,
Oh yeah.
I would never give up. That's so easy. But when it gets hard, that's the challenge. Tia, what else do we know about growth mindset? Yes.
And never give up.
Very good. Your brain is growing, just like your muscles. If you only lift pieces of paper, are your muscles growing?
No.
Yeah, maybe, but like baby steps. Tiny. If you want to get big and strong muscles, you gotta lift some heavier weights. If you want big, strong brain muscles, you gotta do some challenging problems. You can't just do 2 plus 2 all day and think that you're gonna be awesome sauce.
Nope.
We gotta do some challenging stuff. What else do we know about math mindset or growth mindset? What else do you remember? We've talked a lot about it the last 2 weeks.
Wait, what did you say?
Kylie, what else do you remember?
Even though it's hard for you in growth mindset, you should always ask for a challenging things so you don't do fixed mindset where like it's too hard on you.
Good. Very good. We do not want to have a fixed mindset. That's what we say. This is too hard. Does someone with a growth mindset ask questions? Raise your hand. Do you think someone that has a growth mindset, do you think they're asking questions? William, what do you think? Would a growth mindset person ask questions? Nick, what do you think?
Yes, they do.
Yes. Does a growth mindset person know everything?
No.
No, they don't. They're going to be the ones that ask a lot of questions. They're going to be the ones that want to know more, want to learn more. So again, our growth mindset, there is no such thing as a math person. That's not real. No, you don't have to write this. This is just a review of everything we've learned. So if you've heard, oh, I'm just not good at math, that's made up. That's not real. Anyone can be good at math.
You just have to try.
You just have to work hard. Just like anyone can be good at drawing, or you can be good at soccer, or good at baseball. Trust, all of you were awful when you started, but then you practiced and you got much, much better. Math is about making connections. We make connections in our reading all the time, so it's kind of weird to think math is about making connections. But math is about making connections and making sense of the world. It's about creating new things and communicating with others. So we're going to do a lot of partner work. We're going to do a lot of group work. We're going to do a lot of problem solving. We're going to be doing a lot of making something new using our math brains. There's one more. There it is. Oh, there it goes. When we learn more, we have a growth mindset. Our brain is growing. That's what happens. And then mathematicians ask questions to make sense of the world around them. If something is confusing, totally normal. Good mathematicians and good people with a growth mindset are the ones that are asking questions. So today is going to be our last challenge. Yesterday we did challenge with our base 10 pieces. Today we're going to be doing some more challenges, still working with that patterns that we've been talking about. So what I would like you to do is turn to the next blank page in your math notebook. And the title is going to be, How Do You See the Shapes Growing? And I'm going to write that on this board just so you can read it. This is your title. How can you see the shapes growing? Mine has a whole bunch of them because it's the teacher version. It's not a continuing pattern. It just continues on. Does that make sense? It's not Thump, 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 thump. It's going to keep going forever and ever. All right, so this is the tricky part because this strip doesn't fit in your notebook. So we have to trim it a little bit. Do not cut the boxes because the boxes are patterns. So I'm going to trim really close to my first box. Go ahead and make that first trim. Okay? We're actually going to cut the first set of boxes in our pattern out. We're going to cut really close on the other side to our first set of boxes. So we have one piece with our first set of boxes cut out. Cut very close to the edges. No, cut very close to the edges. We have all this extra space. Using a glue stick, you're going to glue that on the pink line as close as you can to the inside. You're still gluing, cutting, finish up. We're going to get them all cut, trimmed, and glued in there. Raise your hand if you can see these boxes growing. Raise your hand if you can see that they are growing. What's going to be the next picture of boxes next time? So we had one case right here, second case, third case. I want you in your notebook to see if you can draw what you think the next box is going to look like. Try and draw it in your notebook. Use your pencil. If you have space next to it, you can draw it next to it. If your pattern boxes took up the whole page, or across the page, just do it underneath. What is it going to look like? Think about what's growing each time. So what we're going to do to help our brain out, kind of help put this in groups, is that first set of boxes, we're going to color them blue. So our first set of boxes, if we imagine this to be a case, we're going to color this blue. Just like this. Doesn't have to be completely neatly. Just get it colored, shaded, blue.
Thinking Thomas.
Clear your space. Go. I don't know if you noticed, but is that same pattern of boxes in the second case? It is. It is. Check this out. If I look in the middle and I color these two, and this one, and this one, is that the same boxes? Yeah, it's like I almost just dropped some more boxes on top. Is the same blue boxes going to be in that third case? Yep, look in the very middle. Here's two, and then one, and then one.
Isn't every single one?
It is in every single one.
Why don't we do it with the first one?
So does that mean in your last, the one that you drew, is there going to be a stack of two blue ones and then one blue on each side?
Yes.
Yep. You can redraw it if you didn't draw it right the first time. I don't know. You can figure it out, Kylie. What is the difference between case number 1 and case number 2? How are those different? Case number 1 and case number 2. How did that change? Maria?
From case number 1, the
Yep.
one where about just so there's 2 blocks in the middle.
Uh-huh.
and one on each side of
Yep.
it. But on the second one, there's 3 in the middle.
Yep.
2 on the side.
Yep.
And then one more side. If you go one more side away from the middle, there's a 1.
Very good. So Dorian kind of noticed a 3, 2, 1. Does anyone else see the 3, 2, 1?
Yes.
You want to know how I thought? How many of you have played the game Tetris? Do you know the game Tetris? Tetris is a really old game. Your parents have played Tetris, I promise. But what happens is these shapes are falling, and you have to spin them so that they fit in the round shape.
I played.
So when I look at this, I imagine Tetris, and I imagine that there are shapes falling. One is falling here, one is falling here, one is falling here, one is falling here, and one is falling here. So one came here, one came here, one came here, one came here, one came here. So I want you to get out green, and I want you to color those falling shapes. What we added to our base. We had our base, and then we added one more on top of them. Yep. You don't have to do the arrows.
One on each side of it.
Uh-huh. If you look hard enough, do you think you can find that same set of green boxes
Yes.
in the third case?
Oh. Yes, it's by the blue.
Yes, it's right next to the blue. These ones right here, just right on top of the blue, are our green boxes. They're still there. They didn't go anywhere. You're right? You're right. That last case is kind of like our second case, but now we have more falling pieces. We have another row of falling pieces. Hi.
I had a meeting till 4:40 yesterday.
Oh, you're good.
I just wanted to give you that.
Appreciate you.
That's the time if you can come out and look at second grade.
Yep.
And I do want to talk about your ideas.
Appreciate you. Before we go to those falling pieces on the third one, do you think we can add the green pieces here?
Yay. Oh, whoops.
Yeah, let's just add right next to it. And right on top. Right on top. Right on top. Yep, Dorian?
Isn't there like kind of bombs in Tetris that like knock
I'm sure in the newer versions of Tetris, yes.
Yeah, and like on your paper, like it goes back down. That's
Kinda.
what kind of happens.
Kinda. Hunter, what you thinking?
Well, in Sonic, Sonic 1,
Uh-huh.
get the
One. Or case 2, sorry. That was case 3 right here. Different from case 2. How did that change? Bria, how did that change?
more of the little boxes keep falling down.
It's rain of boxes. So color them. How about red? Here's one more red, 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 one more red. I can't. Sorry. Poor choice of song. Do you think those red boxes are also going to be in the fourth case?
Yes.
Yep. Right next to, right on top, right on top, right on top, right on top.
No.
So I added on top of every single time. But wait a second. My fourth box looks exactly like my third box. How do I change it? Because right now, Aiden, this box and this box are exactly the same, but they're not supposed to be the same. Because this is the fourth one, not the third one. How do I change it? Billy?
Add what's it on top of that means that you would just basically add on every type of one to make it.
Very good. I'm going to choose, how about purple? I'm going to rain more boxes.
Oh my god.
Box.
So it's just gonna keep going on and on and on and on.
Box.
Yeah, it was kind of hard.
Yeah, it's a pattern.
But you did turn that off and
It's never gonna stop.
Make sure your pattern looks like my pattern.
I already did that.
Do you think if I asked you to know the number of boxes in the fifth case, do you think you could figure it out?
Yes.
What would you do to figure that out? We've done 1, 2, 3, 4 cases, and I said I want to know how many's in the fifth one. What would you do to figure that out? Ashlyn, what would you do?
Add one.
So you just draw it again and add another row of falling boxes?
Yes.
I like it. I like it. What if I asked you about the 20th case?
20th.
What would you do?
21.
What would you do? What would you do? Kylie?
If you had 10, then you could just add, you could count 10 plus 10, and then 10 plus 10 more, and then you could.
How am I going to figure out with my pattern though? Because it changes every time.
It just grows.
Could I draw all the boxes until I get to the 20th one?
Yeah, yes.
That would take forever. But I could do it. That is correct. But holy moly,
That's gonna take forever.
that would take forever.
I don't even know that, but you can do it.
It is mathematically totally correct. And I'm going to ask you to draw a lot of pictures in math this year. And those pictures might take forever at first, but they are 100% mathematically correct. But we have this really cool thing in math called numbers.
Yeah.
So we're going to see if we can use numbers based on our pictures to help us figure this problem out. So let's say we've created visual models, fancy word for pictures, ferrets it up, to see what the cases will look like in the next few sets. So let's think about how can I represent my cases with numbers. So what I want you to do underneath your pictures, you're going to make a T-chart, which basically just means you're going to make 2 columns. Doesn't have to be giant. Does not have to be giant. Kind of looks like a T, yep. Mason, we're done coloring. I need you to put your crayons up. Underneath your pictures, yep. So what we're going to do is we're going to look for patterns within the numbers. And some of you could start to see number patterns when I first asked you to look at the picture. But I think all of you will be able to see it once we start writing it down. So case number 1. Case number 1. How many total boxes are in case number 1? No. Count. Look back at case number 1. Here he is. How many total boxes are in case number 1? Not a trick question. Lainey?
4.
4. Whoops, I gotta scoot over more. These are cases, and these are boxes. Cases is like a fancy word of saying group. Alright. Case number 2. How many total boxes were in case number 2? Under? 9? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not going to count. I'll trust you guys. 9.
Number 2.
Alright. What? Oh. That was cool. So I'm going to pause and just tell you what Aiden did. So Aiden was counting on my board. But do I have the second case on my board? No. But he knew what color they were. All he had to do was count the blue ones plus the green ones. Because that's case 2. Oh, that was cool, Aiden. Alright, case number 3. How many total boxes are in case number 3? A lot. A lot. Dorian?
16.
16. Holy moly.
316. What?
What about case number 4? Case number 4. You can figure out how many are in case number 4. Carly, you figured it out? 25. Wow, that's a lot. Now that we've represented our pictures with numbers, now we're going to start to look for a pattern. And the way I do that is I'm going to look for what changed between each case. So out between 4 and 9, something changed. What changed for me to get to from 4 to 9? It is kind of like a crocodile mouth. Lily Marie, what changed? So out to the side, I'm going to write plus 5. Because that's what changed. Because I started at 4, and then I added 5. Perfect, to get to 9. What changed from 9 to 16? Really? Wasting my time. If you don't know, count on. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. What's the difference? Bria? What's the difference between 9 and 16?
6 more.
Not 6 more. 7 more. Were we adding or subtracting? Adding. So plus 7.
And that would be plus 2 if you added the 5.
What is the difference between 16 and 25? Count on. I should not see you pretend thinking by going like this. I need to see you going. I need to see you using fingers. I need to see you doing some math. I'm not asking for anything complicated. Spirit. 9. So my numbers aren't the same, right? It's not plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 every time. But I am starting to see a pattern here. Do you see a pattern? We got 5, 7, 9. Do you see a pattern? Mason, you see a pattern?
It's counting by 2s.
It's counting by 2s. Or it's going over the odd numbers. So, without even drawing, let's do the 5th case. We're not going to draw it though. 5th case, we're not going to draw it. What am I going to add to 25 to figure out that 5th case? Think about my pattern. 5, 7, 9. What's next? Dorian? 11. So 25 plus 11, that sum is going to give me, not going to give me 27. Because 25 plus 11 is not 27. I need to see some fingers moving. Kylie, what you got? Yes! Kylie is doing math. I see her fingers moving. I love it. 36? Hey, did we have to even draw that?
You know,
We didn't even have to draw it.
just count.
We figured it out with our patterns. Yes, Kylie Elizabeth.
The patterns differ from the first one.
Uh-huh.
You add 2 more to the sides, and then you keep on adding 2 more for each side.
What do you mean by that? Explain that a little bit more.
So like, you have this one, then you add 2 more, and then you keep on adding 2 more from the sides.
Neat. Ashlyn.
When we added 2,
Uh-huh.
when we added 2 every time,
Mm-hmm.
it would, for the cases, it would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Very good.
And we just have to move.
Yep. Dorian.
So do you know how we just did this, right?
I do know how you did that. Yep.
So if we did another one, the sixth case,
Uh-huh.
then it would be 49, and then if we did 6, it would be 64.
You want to keep going?
Yeah.
Okay.
All
All right. Hang on. Let me get out of. So we did 5 cases, right? We did what 5 cases would look like. 5 cases would have how many boxes? How many, Lily Marie? 36. So 5 cases. Oh, let's put some actual units here. 5 cases
to go to another bike.
equals 36 boxes. You already have that written down,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Well, 10 cases look like. You're at 5. See if you can continue adding to figure out how many boxes are in 10 cases. So you're going to keep going from here
How many are we gonna add? Until
until you get to 10. So what are you going to do to get to case 6? Right, we're going to add how much? You got to continue our pattern. 5, 7, 9, 11.
13.
See if you can keep going. See if you can figure out what 10 cases is. Raise your hand if you figured out how many boxes are in case 6. Case 6. That's the next one. Case 6. 36 plus 13. How many boxes are in case 6? What'd you come up with? William? 49. So if you didn't have that number, let's write it down now. 49. Write it down now. Next is going to be case 7. What am I adding? It's not going to be 13 again.
15.
Gia, what's it going to be? 15. Very good. Ooh, this gets tricky. 49 plus 15. Rhea, I need to see your fingers moving. What is 49 plus 15? Bunch of Looney Tunes. 4th grade. What is 49 plus 15? Billy?
6 people.
Oh man. Now we're getting big. case 8. What am I adding to case 8? I did plus 15. Now I'm going to do plus... What's the next number in my pattern? Bria? 17. Oh man, big numbers. 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81. 81! We're almost there.
Pardon the interruption, just please make sure that your number's on your doorknob, please. Thank you.
Mine's not similar. 17 is my last pattern. What am I going to add this time? 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17. 8. What is it? 19. Oh my gosh, we're so close. 81 plus 19. So close. I can feel it. Don't look at me and pretend think. You gotta use your fingers if you don't know how to add in your head. That's fine. William? Plus 19. What's my next pattern number?
21.
Oh, this is an easy one. 100 plus 21.
121.
Oh my gosh. Could you imagine drawing 121 boxes?
That would be horrible.
You started out on that path, mind you.
That would be horrible.
Could you do it?
Yes.
Yes. Mathematically, you could do it.
But it would just take forever.
It would take forever, and there's a lot of room for you to make some mistakes. I want you to dog ear this page.
Oh, I want to keep going. Wait, why can't we just... We want to use our
I want you, nope, I don't want you to use your bookmark. I want you to dog ear. Because we found out that 10 cases equals 121. And the last question is, what will 100 cases look like? Now, we found out a trick from pictures to figure out 5 cases, and then we used that trick to figure out 10 cases. Nope. Could you keep going with this trick? Yes. But won't that take forever?
Yes.
There is another trick. We're not ready. We're not ready for that trick yet. But when we figure out that trick, that's what we will work with. You might just add it. Yep, 71 something. Alright, so dog ear this page, and then close your math notebook, please.